So good afternoon, students. So from last 2 days, the question paper was moderate to tough, but today is also same pattern we have to see in for math paper. And so let's see, we have some memory based question for today's questions, today's question paper. So we start with maths question papers, right? Okay. So we start with maths questions. Now let's see. So first questions we have this one. See, the number of 4-letter words with or without meaning that can be formed from the letter of words. This From this letter of words we have to form 4-letter different words, right? So how many different letter words from this word we can form? See, first make pair of similar letters. So how many similar letters we have? 3 S we have, S, right? 2 T we have, T, T. 2 V we have, V and V. Now different letters are P, Q, R and U. So P, Q, R and U. This is 4 different letters we have, right? Now 4 letter word we have to form. So 4 letter how we can form? So we have to make different cases. So all letters are different, all distinct. So if all letters are distinct, so we have to take only 4 letters from these 7 different letters. So selection is you can make from 7C 4 ways. So to make a word, you have to multiply with 4 factorial also. Second case, let's suppose 2 alike and 2 distinct you have. 2 alike and 2 distinct you have. So for 2 alike letters, you have to take these 3 letters. So 3C1, just take one out of these 3 pairs. Now if you take one out of these 3, remaining is 6. Now from 6 you can choose 2. 6C2. Now 4 letters you have. Now out of 4 letters, 2 are alike. So how many arrangement you can make? 2 factorial up 4 factorial upon 2 factorial. Similarly, third case, 2 alike and 2 alike. You have to just take 2 from these 3. Just take 2 from these 3. 3C2. Now 2 letters are alike. So for arrangement, 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial. So fourth one, 3 letters alike, 1 distinct. 3 alike and 1 distinct. So how we can form? So for 3 alike and 1 distinct, you have to just take only this 3S. So this is only one way to select this 3S. Now 6C1, from this 6 you can take any letter, 6C1. So what are the arrangement? 4 factorial upon 3 letters are same, so arrangement is 4 factorial upon 3 factorial. Now just count them. So 7C4, you have to remember this is 35 into 24. This one is 3C1 is 3, 6C2 is 15. So 3 into 15 into 24 by 2 is, this one is 12. This one 3C2 is 3. This one is 6. 4 upon 24 upon 4 is 6. This one is 6 into 4. So this is 24, 18. This one is what? 12 into 15. You can just multiply it. So 15 into 12, 0, 6. This is 180. 180 into 3. 18 this is 540. This one is 35 into 24. You can just multiply it. So this one is 0, 12, 24, 3 is 72, 72. This is 84, 840. So this is 840. So what is your final answer? Just add all of them. 840, 540, 18 and 24. So which one is your final option? 2. This one is 11. 11 and 1, 2. This is 13. So 422. 1422 is your correct answer. So C option, right? So in this way we can solve it. So this is little bit calculative question. So next question is was this one. This one is from permutation and combination, or you can use binomial properties, binomial coefficient property, right? One more property, you know, you have to just find out this term. Now see, if I write this term 100C1 upon 100C0 upon 1 plus 100C1 upon 2 plus 100C2 upon 3 up to 100C 100 upon 101. We have to remember this property. We have seen this property in many times in binomial and permutation chapter. So this is 2 power 101 minus 1 upon 101. This is the value we have. Now we have to find this value. So how we can proceed? See, for this value is similar as 100C. This value is similar as 100C 100. What we can use here? So let's see. I think there is some mistake in this question. So we'll discuss this after. One more question. Let's see one more question. This question. This is from vector algebra. See, we have given two vectors A and B, right? Now C is A cross B and D vector is C cross AB. Now you can use the property, or you can directly find first C find, then find D. D is nothing but C cross B. So you can use C here. So this is A cross B cross B. You can use property of vector triple product. So property of vector triple product is what? A dot B, B vector minus B dot B, A vector. So this property you can use to find out D, right? So what is A dot B? First find out A dot B. So A dot B is minus 2 minus 1 plus 2. This is minus 1. And what is B dot B? B dot B is 4 plus 1 plus 1. So this is 6. So use these two values here. So A dot B is minus 1 into B. B is 2 I cap minus j cap plus k cap. Minus 6 into A vector is minus I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. Now just simplify it. So minus 2 I cap plus 6 I cap is 4 I cap. My plus j cap minus 6 j cap is minus 5 j cap minus k cap minus 12 k cap is minus 13 k cap. So this is your D vector. What we have to find? We have to find A minus B dot D. A minus B dot D. This vector we have to find out. So what is A minus B? So subtract these two vectors. So minus I minus 2j is minus 3I. J plus j is 2j. Then 2k minus k is plus k. Into D vector. D vector is 4I cap minus 5j cap minus 3k cap. Now multiply this one. Minus 3 into 12 is minus 3 into 4 is minus 12 minus 10. This one is minus 3. So what is your answer? Minus 22. So our answer is minus 25. So maybe there is some correction in the option, or just check the calculation once. I think the calculation was correct. It may be possible that there is some correction in the option also, right? But the calculation is correct. Now see, let's do one more question. This question is from application of integrals. So how we find out the graph of this one? Fx equals to maximum of sin x comma cos x. So first we have to find out the maximum of sin x and cos x from 0 to 3 pi by 2. So first draw the graph of sin x from 0 to 3 pi by 2. So this much is the graph from 0 to 3 pi by 2 for sine graph. This is 3 pi by 2. For cos we can use different color. So for cos, this is the graph we have. This graph we have, right? So what we have to find? We have to find the maximum of this graph. So see, from 0 to 3 pi by 2, which graph is above? So see, for this one, this value is pi by 4. You can see this value is pi by 4, where sin x and cos x are equal, and this value is 3 pi by 4. Not 3 pi by 4. This value is 5 pi by 4. Right? Now see, from 0 to pi by 4, which value is maximum? This cos graph is maximum. For pi by 4 to this, which graph is maximum? This one is your maximum, right? Now for 5 pi by 4 to this, which one is the maximum? This maximum is yellow part, you can see, right? For 0 to pi by 4, cos x is maximum. For pi by 4 to 5 pi by 4, sin x is maximum. White curve is for sin x, yellow curve is for cos x. For 5 pi by 4 to 3 pi by 2, cos x graph is maximum. So you have to just integrate the area. So which is the area you have? This portion, this portion, just draw this portion, right? We have to make this portion, this one and this part. For this one is this one. So we have to integrate it. So what is the area? Area is 0 to pi by 4. Now graph is maximum was, graph is cos x dx plus pi by 4 to, first integrate this pi by 4 to pi, or you can directly integrate sin x from this to this, but you get this area also, right? So pi by 4 to 5 pi by 4 sin x dx plus 5 pi by 4 to 3 pi by 2, but you have to take minus for this one because this is below the x-axis. So for this one is minus cos x dx. Similarly, you have to break this also, because for pi by 4 to pi it is positive, for pi to 5 pi by 4 it is negative. So we can take we can calculate separately. Pi to 5 pi by 4 it is minus sin x dx, right? Now just integrate. What is integration of cos x? This is minus sin x 0 to pi by 4. This value is cos x pi by 4 to, this one is pi, and plus integration of minus cos is sin 5 pi by 4 to 3 pi by 2, and integration of sin is cos x pi to 5 pi by 4. Now just calculate this value. So this is plus and this one is minus. Just calculate this value. So sine pi by 4 minus sine 0 is 1 by root 2. This value is cos pi, cos minus cos pi is plus 1, and this one is, you can add it, plus 1 plus 1 by root 2. For this value, minus 3 sine 3 pi by 2 is, sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, sine 5 pi by 4 is, so this is minus 1 plus 1 by root 2. Now what about this one? Cos 5 pi by 4 is also minus, so minus 1 by root 2, and cos of minus pi is minus 1. We have to just simplify this value. So what is the answer of this question? So if we simplify it, so what we will get? 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. This one is plus 1 minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 plus 1. So this minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 get cancelled. I think there is some plus minus correction in this calculation, because the answer should be in integer. So once check it. So integration of cos is sine is okay. So this was is plus, this one is plus, so this value is minus 1 by root 2 plus 1. So we can cancel this with this. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 plus 1 is 3. So answer will be 3. Answer will be 3. Okay, so this is again calculative question. So first we have to draw this graph. If you able to draw this graph, then you can calculate this easily, right? But if you don't make this graph properly, then you will get wrong answer, right? Then there is just integration part. Integration is easy. Now see, let's one more question. This question is from ellipse, and this is simple from ellipse. So x square upon 2. So let's see how we can solve this question. So x square by 2 plus y square equals to 1. We have this line. This line intersect this ellipse at 2 point A and B. Let's suppose this ellipse we have. So this is ellipse with major axis on x-axis. So this is the ellipse we have, and this line y is equal to x plus 1. So what are this line? So this line is goes like this, right? So this is the line we have. So this line intersect at this point and this point, right? So we have to find out the angle of the line segment AB at the center of the ellipse. So this AB. So we have to calculate this angle theta. We have to calculate this angle theta. Now let's see how we can solve this. So first simplify this and this curve. So put y is equals to x plus 1 in this curve. So y is equals to x plus 1, put it here. So x square by 2 plus x plus 1 is square is equals to 1. Make it a quadratic equation. So how will you make it quadratic equation? Just multiply by 2x square plus 2x square plus 4x plus 2 equals to 2, right? You can cancel this 2 with 2. So what is the values? X square plus this is 3x square plus 4x equals to 0. Take x common. So 3x plus 4 equals to 0. So value of x is 0 and minus 4 by 3. So these two values we have. So if value of x is 0, what about y? Y is 1. Put it here. If value of x is 0, then y is 1. If value of x is minus 4 by 3, so minus 4 by 3 plus 1 is minus 1 by 3. So what are the points? One point is this 0, 1, 0, 1, and second point is this. This is in third quadrant. So this is minus 4 by 3, minus 1 by 3. Now we have to calculate this angle. So how we proceed? So first find out the slope of this line. The slope of this line is infinity, and slope of this line is m OB. Slope of this line m OA. So this is infinity, right? So slope of this line is OB is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So this is nothing but minus 1 by 3 upon minus 4 by 3. Cancel it. So you will get 1 by 4. Now angle between these two curves is, so it is definitely greater than 90 degree, right? So you have to take negative sign. You have to take pi minus tan inverse like this, mod m1 minus or MOA minus MOB upon 1 plus MOA MOB. Now MOA is infinity, so divide this by MOA. So what you will get? Pi minus tan inverse. So if you divide it by MOA, this is 1 minus 0 upon this one is 0 plus MOB. MOB is 1 by 4. So this is, I think, pi minus tan inverse pi. So this is, or we can write like this. So this is 90 plus this theta. So we can write like this, pi by 2 plus. Now what about this? What we can do it? So this is tan inverse 4. But our answer is pi by 2. Our options are pi by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 4. So slope of this line is MOA is infinity, right? MOB is 1 by 4. So this is, I think this one is correct. So pi by 4 plus tan inverse 4. So we'll get this answer. I think option may be wrong. It may be possible. So let's do one more question. So this is from integration. So you can do it by King's rule. You can do it by King's rule. Now see how we apply King's rule here. So for King's rule, if we have f x a to b dx, we can use this property a to b f a plus b minus x dx. So this is the King's rule we have. Now just apply here. So this is pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24 dx upon 1 plus 10 to a plus b. So 5 pi by 4, 5 pi by 24 plus pi by 24 is 6 pi by 24. 6 pi by 24 is nothing but pi by 4 minus x whole power 1 by 3 into dx. Dx we have already done. So this is nothing but pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24 dx upon 1 plus 10 multiply it. So it become pi by 2 minus 2x. Now what is 10 pi by 2 minus 2x? Cot 2x power 1 by 3. Now you can just convert cot 2x into 10. So what you will get? You will get pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24. You will get this one. 10 2x power 1 by 3 upon 1 plus 10 2x power 1 by 3 into dx. So this is the integration I. This is the integration I. This is also equals to I. Now just add these two integral. What you will get? I plus I is 2I. So integration added similarly. So this is pi by 24 to 5 pi by 24. Add this integral also. So 1 plus 10 2x power 1 by 3, because the denominator of both these integral are same. So you can add directly. So answer is difference of upper limit minus lower limit. So 5 pi by 24 minus pi by 24 is 4 pi by 24. So 4 pi by 24 is pi by 6. Now divided by 2. So I value is pi by 12. Value of I is pi by 12. So this one is easy, directly application of King's rule. Pi by 12 is your answer, B option, right? Now see next question. This one is little bit calculative again. So first you have to find out the domain of this function. Then this is the hyperbola we have given. Eccentricity is n by 3 and length of lattice rectum is 8m by 3. So first you have to find out the value of n and m. So how you find the domain of this function? See, this is the first logarithm. So this logarithm must be greater than 0 to make this is defined. So log 7, log 2, 7x minus x square minus 10 should be greater than 0, right? And this value is also 7x minus x square minus 10 greater than 0. This must be positive. Can it be 1? We have to check it. If it is 1, then it becomes 0. For 0, it becomes not defined, right? So we'll do it later. So first solve these two parts. So take this 7 to this side. So inequality doesn't change because base is greater than 1. So you can write it directly. 7 power 0 is 1. Take this to that side. So this is 7 minus x square minus 10 greater than 2 power 1. Now simplify it. 7x minus, we can write directly, x square minus 7x. Now take this to this side, minus 12. After multiplying with negative sign, it become plus 12. Now inequality must be changed because you are multiplying with negative sign. So this is x minus 4 into x minus 3 less than 0. So x belongs to 3 comma 4, right? Now see this one, this part, x square minus 7x minus this one is plus 10 less than 0. So this part should be negative. So what are the factors? X minus 2, x minus 5 less than 0. So x belongs to 2 comma 5. Now once check that this one is negative, can it be 1? Once check that 7x minus x square minus 10, can it be 1 for some value of x? If it is 1, then remove that x from the domain. Now simplify it. So x square, this one is minus 7x minus 11 equals to 0. I think this one is plus 11. So find out the value of d. Find out the value of d. B square minus 4ac. It cannot be 1, right? Because if it is 1, it becomes 0. Log 2 base 1 is 0. Then this become not defined. So this cannot be 1. So we have to remove those value of x for which it become 1. So what are the values? So if we check d value, what we will get? So this is 49 minus 44. So I think this is 5 greater than 0. So value of d is positive, so it have two roots. Now first find out the intersection of these two values. So intersection of these two value is nothing but 3 comma 4. Now is there any root of this equation in between 3 and 4? Once check it. So find out the value x, 7 plus minus under root 5 upon this one is 2. So x is equals to 7 plus root 5 by 2 and 7 minus root 5 by 2. So it must be between 3 and, can it be, because this is 9 point something, 9 point something by 2 is, it is greater than 4. What about this one? 7 minus 5 upon 2. So I think it is less than 3. So this value is less than 3 and this value is greater than 4. So both these value doesn't lies in this interval. So this is your domain. This is the value of m and this is the value of n. So what is the eccentricity of this hyperbola? Eccentricity of this hyperbola is 4 by 3. N is 4. So 4 by 3 is the eccentricity of hyperbola. Our calculation was correct because this is greater than 1. For hyperbola, it must be greater than 1. And lattice rectum is, so which type of ellipse, this which type of hyperbola it is. So x-axis is transverse axis and y-axis is conjugate axis. So length of lattice rectum is 2b square upon a, that is 8m by 3. 8m by 3. So 8 into 3 by 3. So this is 8. So these two values we have given, we can simplify it. So you can cancel this 2 with 8, so you'll get 4. So b square is equals to 4a. So eccentricity is 4 by 3. we get two relations. We know eccentricity is, what we know, eccentricity is 4 by 3. So formula for eccentricity is 1 plus b square upon a square. Just square both sides. 16 by 9 equals to 1 plus b square upon a square. Take this one to this side. So 16 by 9 minus 1 is 7 by 9 is equals to b square upon a square. Put value of b square is 4a. So this is 4a upon a square. Cancel a with a. What is the value of a? Value of a is 9 into 4 is 36 by 7. Now what about b? So this one is b square is equals to 4 into a. A is 36 by 7. So 36 into 7 is 36. 36 into 4 is 144, I think. This is 144 by 7. So b square is 144 by 7. What about a square? We have to calculate b square minus a square. So our b square is less than a square. So there must be a square minus b square term, right? Because it cannot be negative. So calculate a square. So a square we can calculate. That is 36 square. 36 square is 1296 upon 49. So this value we have to simplify. So 144 by 7 minus 1296 by 49. To simplify it. So 144 into 7. Is this greater than 1296? 144 by 7. 8, 7 2s are 3. I think there must be a value of a square minus b square. We have to find a square minus b square instead of b square minus a square. Calculation was correct. So b square is 4a. That's it. So put b square is 4a, then you will get value of a. So a basically 36 by 7, that is correct. So value of b square is 4 into 36 by 7, that is also correct. So we have to find a square minus b square. Just do the calculation and you will get the answer, right? This is the way. Now see one more question. This is again calculative question. You have to just expand the determinant and find out the value of cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Now see how we do this. So first expand this one. 1 minus cos square gamma minus cos alpha. This one is cos alpha minus cos gamma cos beta. Cos gamma cos beta. This one is plus cos beta cos alpha cos gamma minus cos beta is equals to this determinant value. So what is the value of this determinant? So for this element it is 0, then minus cos alpha 0 minus cos beta cos gamma, and this one is plus cos beta cos alpha into cos gamma, cos alpha into cos gamma. You can see some terms get cancelled. See this one. So this is 1 minus cos square gamma minus cos square alpha plus cos alpha cos beta cos gamma. This value is cos alpha cos beta cos gamma, and this value is equals to cos alpha. There is one more term plus minus cos beta square is equals to this two term. So you can add this is 2 times cos alpha cos beta cos gamma. Now you can see this is cos alpha cos beta cos gamma, cos alpha cos beta cos gamma. So 2 cos alpha cos beta cos gamma, this get cancelled with this term. Now take these 3 negative terms to that side. So you will get the value of cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma equals to 1. This value will get, right? So this is very easy question, but little bit calculative. Let's see one more question. See this question. So this is from relation and function. So a set we have given, and we have defined a relation R such that x comma y, this condition should be satisfied. So first we have to write the number of element in the relation. So what are the ordered pair that lies in the relation, that is 2x plus y less than equals to minus 2, and x and y belongs to this a set, right? So take this line. So this is the line 2x plus y plus 2 less than equals to 0. If we draw this line, what we'll get? If we draw this line, what we will get? So this point, this line passing through these 2 points. So this value is 0 comma minus 2, and this is this one is minus 1 comma 0. Now what we have to take? This is the reason, because this is not equals to 0, this is less than equals to 0. This is the reason. If I put 0, so 0 is satisfied by this reason. If I put origin here, then origin is satisfied by this reason. So this is the reason we have. One second. If we put 0, what we will get? If we put 0, so 2 less than equals to 2, but this is not correct. So this is your reason. This is your reason we have. Now what are the elements we have? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So can we take minus 2? Yes, we can take. This is minus 2. This point is in minus 2 comma 0 we have. Yes, minus 2 comma 0. What about these points? The point corresponding to minus 2. What are the point corresponding to minus 2? Put x equals to minus 2. So what are the points? So if you put minus 2, so what you will get? This is minus 4. Minus 4 plus y less than equals to minus 2. Take this minus 4 to this side. So y should be less than equals to 2. So what are the values which is less than 2? Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So for this one we have 5. For x equals to minus 2, we have 5 ordered pairs. What are the ordered pairs? Minus 2 comma minus 2, minus 2 comma minus 1, then minus 2 comma 0, minus 2 comma 1, and minus 2 comma 2. Okay. For x equals to minus 1, what are the ordered pairs we have? I put x equals to minus 1 here. So minus 2 plus y less than equals to minus 2. So this get cancelled with this one. So y less than equals to 0. For x equals to minus 1, you have only 3 ordered pairs. Minus 2, minus 1, 0. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and 0. These are the ordered pair for x equals to minus 1. And what about for x equals to 0? If you put x equals to 0 here, what will get? X equals to 0, then y is less than equals to minus 2. Then there is only one possibility, 0 comma minus 2. 0 comma minus 2 is the only one possibility. If you put 1, then what happens? Y become less than minus 4. This is not possible. So the number of element in R is what? 5, this 5, this 3, and this 1. So this is 9 elements we have in R. So minus 2 comma minus 2, minus 2 comma minus 1, minus 2 comma 0, minus 2 comma 1, minus 2 comma 2, and next is this points, minus 1 comma minus 2, minus 1 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma 0, and this one is 0 comma minus 2. So how many elements in this relation we have? 9. So L I. So L represent number of element in R. So value of L is 9. So minimum number of elements added to R to make it reflective. Now how many numbers required to make it reflective? Minus 2 comma 2 is there, minus 1 comma 1 is there, 0 comma 0 is not there, 1 comma 1 is not there. So 0 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4. So 5 elements we have to require to add in this one, in this R, to make it reflective. So M is 5. Now n is the minimum number of element required to be added in R to make it symmetric. Then value of n is, so see this part, minus 2 comma 2 is there, so minus 2 comma is minus 2 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma minus 2 is there, minus 2 comma 0, 0 comma minus 2 is there, minus 2 comma 1, 1 comma minus 2 is not there, so one element is 1 comma minus 2, minus 2 comma 2, 2 comma minus 2 is not there, so two elements, this is there, this is there, minus 1 need no need to check, minus 1 comma 0 is there, 0 comma minus 1 is not there, so third element, 0 comma minus 2 is there, minus 2 comma 0 is there, so n is 3. So three more element we have to require to add in this one to make it symmetric. So n is 3. So L plus m plus n, what is the value of this? So I think 8 plus 9 is 17. So this value is 17. Now one more question is there, see this one. So this we can use Leibniz rule to solve this differential equation. This become differential equation, we have to solve it by Leibniz rule. Now differentiate it by Leibniz rule. So 2fx f dash x, now put this x here, so this is 0, plus put this x here, so this become fx square plus f dash x square, right? Now how we can proceed? So see this part is 2 fx f dash x, take this f dash x square to that side, so this is minus f dash x square is equals to fx square. We can treat fx as, now fx is greater than 0, we can take fx as y. So if we take fx as y, so what you will get? Put fx equals to y. So we have to find out the average of this product, arithmetic mean we have to find out. So this become differential equation 2y y dash minus y dash square is equals to y square. So can it make it exact differential equation? Is it possible to make it the exact differential equation? If it become exact, then we can solve it. So what we can do? So can we divide with y square also? If we divide with y square, then what it become? So if we divide y square, so it become y dash upon y minus y dash upon y square is equals to 1. This we will get. So what is y dash upon y minus y dash upon y square? So I think this become quadratic. So yeah, this will be solved out. So y square minus 2y dash upon y plus 1 is equals to 0. So y dash upon y should be 1. So I think y dash equals to y. Just integrate it. What you will get? You will get ln y is equals to x plus c. So this is the value we have. So y is equals to e power x plus c. This is the integration we have. Now can we find y0? If we put x equals to 0, what you will get? So f0 is 5. f0 is 5. So if we put x equals to 0, what we will get? Then y is 5, right? Because if we put x equals to 0 here, this becomes 0. So f0 square is 25, so f0 is 5 because f0 should be greater than 0. So y is 5. 5 equals to e power c. So what is the value of c? So we can write e power c as 5. Just solve it. So y is equals to 5 e power x. That's it. Now we have to find out the average of all these value. So what is n1? So I think n1 fn1 plus fn2 up to fn 625. We don't know what is n exactly, but if it is there, so we have to find out the average of this one. So this is your fx. So I think this one is the answer. So we have to just add these values. So this is 5 e power n1 plus 5 e power n2. I think there is some correction in this n1 and 625, because we cannot solve this n1, n2 and 625 for this function, right? This is always positive, we know fx should be greater than 0. So 5 e power x is positive, so this fx is correct for this question, but for this average value there is some correction. So that set is for mathematics. So next will for physics.
Hello students. Hello students. I'm Rahul Moore and today we are going to discuss the physics portion of the paper. So let us begin. The first question. The first question is from electrostats. It says there are 2 point charges. Okay. One at vertex, this one, and the other at face, this one, as shown. Find the electric flux through the cube. So we have to find the electric flux through the cube. Now, due to the corner charge, the flux contribution to the cube will be 1/8, okay, of the charge by epsilon naught. So we know this, the flux created by the first corner charge, because this is a very common problem. If you put 8 cubes, okay, then and this charge is at the center, then through each cube the flux which is shared is 1/8 times. So it will be 1/8 of the charge by epsilon naught. So this will be this much, the contribution. And what about the face one? This will also contribute some flux to this cube. Okay, so if we place two cubes side by side, okay, and then the face, the common face, that center charge will share half of its flux in each of the cube. So by that analogy, the flux shared here will be half. Now we can get the net flux as phi1 plus phi2. So the net flux will come out as q by epsilon naught common 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. So this is 3 by 4 q by epsilon naught, and we can see the answer is option B. Okay, pretty simple question from electrostats. Moving along, the next question. Please read the question once. All right. So two blocks of mass 15 kg and 25 kg are moving towards each other with speed 6 and 10. They undergo inelastic collision. Okay. So E is 0. Inelastic collision. Specific heat of both the blocks is S. They both have specific heat S. Okay. So the heat loss will go into rising their temperature. Then rise in temperature of the blocks is equal to how much will the temperature of the blocks rise. So what we have to do is we have to calculate the loss of energy, and that loss goes into raising the temperature of the blocks. So the loss of energy, there is a very beautiful formula, m1 m2 by 2 m1 plus m2 u1 minus u2 whole square. Okay, so if you see here, m1 m2 by twice m1 plus m2 will become 40, 25 plus 15, 40, u1 minus u2. Now you have to remember here that if you see here, u1 minus u2 magnitude, if you see, they are in opposite direction. They are in opposite direction. So their magnitude, if I calculate, it will be simply the addition of their 16. Okay, not the subtraction, because it is velocity difference. It is a vector. So if you subtract them opposite directed, it will get added. So this is 16 square. This is 16 square. Now this loss is manifested as the rise in temperature of the blocks. The temperature of the blocks will get raised. So this loss can be written as m1 plus m2 S. This is the specific heat of both the blocks into delta T. And this m1 plus m2, this is how much? This is 25 plus 15, 40. Now on calculation, if we do the calculation here, the delta T finally comes out as 30 by S. 30 by S, and this is the answer. Here there has been a printing mistake. These options are supposed to be S. Alright, and first option is the correct answer. Alright. Next question. If a projectile is projected with speed v, okay, at an angle 60 degree with horizontal, find the ratio of speed at highest point to the speed at the final point. We just have to find the ratio of speed. Okay. At highest point, we know that only the horizontal component is there. The vertical component is gone. So what is the horizontal component? U cos 60. So at topmost point, this is the speed. And at bottommost point, again, the particle will land with the same speed u. So the speed at the bottommost point is again u. Now they are asking us the ratio of speed at highest point. That means u cos 60 to the speed at final point u. So this is just cos 60, which is half. So the answer is option B. Pretty simple question. All right. So this question is from wave optics. Please read the question once. So two standard YDSC setups having same fringe width. So I can say beta 1 fringe width is equal to beta 2. They have the same fringe width. Lambda 1 by lambda 2, d1 by d2 is given. What is capital D1 by capital D2? Okay. Small d is the separation between the slits, capital D distance between the slits and the screen. Okay. So you know this fringe width formula is simply lambda capital D by small d. Okay. Now beta 1 equals to beta 2. Beta 1 is what? Lambda 1 d1 by small d1. And beta 2 is lambda 2 capital D2 by small d2. We need the ratio d1 by d2. So d1 by d2 is small d1 by small d2 into lambda 2 by lambda 1. Small d1 by small d2 is given as 2. Lambda 2 by 1 will also be 2. So this should come out as 4. So I think the answer is 4. All right, moving along. We have to find the relative error here. All right, we need to find the relative error here. This is a calculative question. Okay, this question is trying to get us to calculate a lot of things. So the process of getting the relative error is the same. First you find the true value. Okay, how do you get that? You just add all of them. Okay, you just add all the values by the number of values. So if I add all of them and divide it by 4, I am going to get this value as 18.7525. This is what we are going to get after dividing it by 4. So this is the true value. Now we find the absolute errors, the delta x1, which is the magnitude of the value minus x bar, this value, x1 minus this. Basically I can say, in simple terms, I can say this as x1 minus x bar. And similarly this will be like 20 minus 18.7525. Okay, this value will come out to be 1.2475. Similarly we can find delta x2. Okay, it will be mod of x2 minus x bar. This value comes out as 0.9975. Similarly we can find delta x3. It will come out as 0.5025, and delta x4, which will come out as 1.7425. Okay, After calculating all of this, you will need to calculate the mean of this, all the errors, the mean error. Okay. So the mean error will be summation of all of them divided by 4. If we add all of them and divide them by 4, we will get this as 1.1225. So the relative error, will be the delta x by x bar. Okay, this will come out as 1.1225 divided by 18.7525, and this is approximately coming out as 0.06. So the correct option is option B. So this particular question involves a lot of calculations. All right, let us move to the next question. Okay, this question is from EMI, electromagnetic induction. So there is a horizontal magnetic field and a wire is dropped perpendicularly. Okay, the length of the wire is given to us. The length is given to us. EMF induced across its ends as it drops by 20 meter. Okay, so very simple question. We know the EMF induced when all three are perpendicular, when B, L and velocity, all three are perpendicular. See, velocity will be downwards, length is like this and B is inside. All three are perpendicular. In this case, the EMF induced is simply velocity into magnetic field into length. Now we just need to find the velocity as it drops by 20 meter. It starts from rest. So the velocity at the end of 20 meter, if you drops anything from rest to a height by a height h, the velocity which it will have here is simply using the third equation of motion, we can get this as under root 2gh. Okay, under root 2gh. So v can be put as under root 2gh bl. Now if you put all the values here, h is 20 meter, b is 0.5 and l is also 20. So 20 into 20 square, under root is gone, so 400 by 2. So the answer is here 200. So the answer here is 200 volts. Pretty simple question. All right, let us go to the next question. um okay, just a minute. All right. So some questions are not there in the slide, so let me just take the questions directly. All right. So there is one of the questions in which the question is saying it's showing a graph. So this is strain and this is stress. And they have given us four curves, four straight lines like this. And they are asking which has the highest Young's modulus, which has the biggest Young's modulus. Okay. So the slope of this graph, so the solution is pretty simple here. The slope of this graph will be strain by stress, which is 1 by Young's modulus. Now, slope and Young's modulus are inversely related. So that means if we have a higher slope, Young's modulus will be lower, and if we have a lower slope, Young's modulus will be higher. As we can see, the D has the lowest slope, so it will have the highest Young's modulus. So highest Young's modulus will be for B. Sorry, D. The D one. Yes. So this is one of the questions. Then let me show you another question which they have asked. They have given us a combination of prisms. Combination of thin prisms. So this is 5 degree. The mu here is 1.72 and this is a degree and the mu here is 1.9. Now they are saying what is the value of A? What is the value of A if combination of prism shows dispersion without any deviation? So basically net deviation is 0. Net deviation is 0. Now as the prisms are connected in inverted way, so the deviations produced by them will be in opposite directions. What is the deviation formula? Mu minus 1 into A. So what is the deviation of this prism? Mu1 minus 1 into A1, and deviation of this prism is mu2 minus 1 into A2, but since they are connected in inverse way, the net deviation is the subtraction of them, and the net deviation should come out as 0. Now mu1 minus 1, this is 0.72, A1 is 5 degrees, equals to mu2 minus 1, this is 0.9 into A, which we have to find. So from here A can be easily calculated as we can say 0.72 into 5 by 0.9. Okay. So this can be written as 72 by 90 to 5 degrees, 9 10 ja, 8 ja, and here we have 2. So I think the answer should be 4 degrees. I feel the answer should be here 4 degrees. All right. So let us see the next question. So they have given us a circuit. This question is from semiconductors. They have given us a circuit here. and a Zener diode is connected. And then a load resistor is connected in parallel with it. Okay. So they have given this is as RS, this is as RL, and they have given this as 25 volts, this is I1, and this is I2. Okay. Now they are saying the voltage across Zener diode is 5 volt. Okay. They have said in the question that this voltage across the Zener diode is 5 volt. Okay. Zener diode is 5 volt. Currents I1 and I2 are given. Okay. I1 is given as 20 milliampere and I2 current is given as 5 milliampere. Now they are asking the value of resistance RS. Okay. This resistance they have asked us. All right. So let us try to solve this. It's a very simple question. The thing about Zener diode is it can maintain a constant potential difference. So if this is 5 volt, out of 25 volt, 5 volt is here. So this is also, by the way, 5 volt. Anyways, doesn't matter. 5 volt goes here. So what is the potential drop across this resistor? 25 minus 5, 20 volts is the drop here. Okay. This is the drop across this resistor, and this can be written as I1 into RS. So this 20 volt can be written as I1 into RS. I1 is 20 milliampere, so 20 milli 10 to the power minus 3 milliampere into RS. So RS comes out as 1000 ohm. So I think this is the answer. Well, it's an integer answer type, so the options are not given. All right. Let us see the next question now. All right. Next question. They have asked find the de Broglie wavelength of oxygen molecule, O2 molecule. Okay. They have asked us to find the de Broglie wavelength of O2 molecule. Given mass of O2 molecule is MO2 and temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. Okay. So mass of oxygen molecule is given as MO2 and the temperature is given as 27 degrees Celsius, which is 300 Kelvin. So the de Broglie wavelength comes out as H by the formula is under root 3 MO2 Boltzmann constant into temperature. Now the options are not given, which I have the question. There is no option given for us. So this is a purely calculative question. If I think you have to put the value of H, MO2, Boltzmann constant and temperature, and I just put it in the calculator and I am getting approximately 1 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. So this is what I am getting. Okay, but since the exact options are not with us, so I am unable to tell you the correct answer. Okay, but the concept is this, the main thing is the formula is this which we will use. Next, let us see another question. Let us see another question here. A simple pendulum of length 10 centimeter completes 10 oscillations in 20 seconds. Okay, so case 1, we have a simple pendulum, length is 10 centimeter, it completes 10 oscillations in 20 seconds. So what is the time period? What is the time period? 10 oscillation in 20 seconds, so one oscillation in 2 seconds basically. Okay, indirectly they have given us 10 oscillation in 20 seconds, one oscillation in 2 seconds. Okay, now the case 2, what is the length required? So we need to find the length. If it were to complete same number of oscillations in 40 seconds, so what is the new time period? So same number of oscillations, so 10 oscillations in 40 seconds, so the time period of one oscillation will become 4 seconds. Okay, and we have to find the length now. Now we know time period formula, it's simply 2 pi under root L by G. That means T is proportional to root L. So I can say T1 by T2 equals to under root L1 by L2, or L2 by L1 can be written as T2 square by T1 square, which will give us L2 value. T2 square by T1 square into L1. So T2 square 4, this will be uh, 4, 4 by 2 square, so 2 square 4 into L1 10, so 40 centimeters should be the correct answer. Okay, all right. All right, let us see another question. This question is from alternating current. So they have given us a circuit. They've given us an inductor, a capacitor, and a resistor connected with an alternating voltage source. And this is given as V0 sine omega t. Inductor is given as 20 Henry. Capacitor not given. Resistance given as 100 ohm. Okay. And they have given us that the resonance frequency. The resonance frequency is given as 100 radian per second. This is given to us 100 radian per second. And we have to find C. The question is to find C. It's very simple. We know resonant frequency is 1 by root LC. Okay. This will be 100. Now we just need to solve and get the value of C. So root LC becomes 10 to the power minus 2. So LC becomes 10 to the power minus 4. And L is given as 20. So C is 1 by 20 into 10 to the power minus 4. 1 by, so this is 0, 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay, so 5 microfarad, and this is given as one of the options. So this is a multiple choice. One of the options is given as 5 microfarad, so this is correct. All right. So let us solve another question. Let us solve another question. So this question is, I think, from the chapter work energy power, but it also has some collision involved with it. So collision and work energy power combined. So let us see this. They have given us a diagram like this. Okay. All right. They've given us a diagram like this. There is a mass M here. This is B. And from here, another mass is suspended through a string. Same mass M. This is A. And it is going with speed V. This angle is given as 60 degree. This is R and this length is also R. Okay. And by the way, this radius is also R. Let me draw the diagram a little more cleaner. Or maybe I can just redraw this a little bit. Okay. So this is also the radius of this. Okay. This is also the radius of this curve. So this is R. All right. Now they have asked us, particle A undergoes elastic collision with B. Okay. There is an elastic collision with of A and B. So E is equal to 1 of same mass such that B completes circle till point O, and this is the point O. So B is able to complete this circle till O. Okay, basically B can complete the vertical circle. Velocity of particle A at its least value is equal to, okay, V. So we have to find V minimum. We have to find V minimum. Okay, we have to find V minimum here. All right. So the concept here is V is minimum, so that velocity transferred here is also minimum. So this is the minimum speed which is required to complete vertical circle after collision. This is the concept here. Okay. So my thinking is, if V is to have minimum speed to complete the vertical circle, velocity of B, the minimum value should be under root 5 gr. The minimum value of B speed should be under root 5 gr if it were to complete the vertical circle. If it were to complete the vertical circle, okay. Now, since this is an elastic collision between equal masses, so the velocities will get interchanged. So the velocity of A will get transferred to B, basically. Okay. Whatever velocity of A is there at the time it hits B. Okay. Let me call this V dash. This velocity will simply be transferred to B. And we need B's velocity to be root 5 gr in order to complete this circle. That means the value of v dash at the bottommost point, the velocity of a at the bottommost point should also be under root 5 gr. Yes. Okay. So now we just apply energy conservation from point A to point B, from this point, the new position of A. Energy conservation. So kinetic energy at A plus potential energy at A equals to kinetic energy of A at the new position, potential energy of A at the new position. Kinetic energy of A can be written as half mv square. Now, if I take this as the reference, the height is r minus r cos 60, because if I draw a perpendicular here, this length is r cos 60. So the height here is r minus r cos 60. So the potential energy of A can be written as mg r 1 minus cos 60. Now the kinetic energy at the new position, it should be having this much speed. So I can write the new kinetic energy as half mv dash square, and potential energy at the new position is 0, as we have taken this as the reference. Now we just need to solve this equation. M gets cancelled, so we can just write here v square by 2 plus gr cos 60 is half, 1 minus half is half, so by 2 equals to half, m is cancelled, v dash square becomes 5gr. Okay, now this will go that side, so v square by 2 becomes 5gr by 2 minus gr by 2, so this is 2gr, this is 2gr, so v comes out as under root 4gr. Yes, so this can be written as 2 under root gr, and this is option number 1 given in the paper. So yes, a little typical question, but not very difficult, quite doable. um Let me see if there are any more questions left in the physics part. All right, so that is all for the physics part. Okay, next will be chemistry discussion, so stay tuned. In a few minutes chemistry paper discussion will be starting. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone. So yeah, I think I did the analysis for the paper. So I found the exam was you say moderate to easy, but I would say ki some of the questions were tricky as well. So I'll keep the paper on the moderate side. Okay. So if you might have gone through all the concept, then definitely I don't think you found any difficulty in the exam. Okay. So yeah, let's hope for the best and let's see what answers we can expect for the mentioned questions. Okay. So the very first question, it is from the periodicity in properties. It is asked in the question, you have to tell about the correct order of ionization energy of the mentioned elements. Okay, so you do have like chlorine, sulfur, phosphorus, then aluminium and silicon. You will find found like all of these belong to the third period. है ना? They all are the third period element. Okay. Okay. So everybody knows if you will be moving left to right in a period, then definitely the Z effective will be increasing. Okay. So if Z effective will be increasing, then definitely the size of the atoms will also keep on decreasing. Okay. So moving left to right, as in first aluminium will come in 13th group, then 14th, then 15th, then 16th, then 17. Okay. So after aluminium, here like boron, nitrogen, one second. One second. Boron, then carbon, then nitrogen, then oxygen, then fluorine. Okay. So here silicon will come, here phosphorus will come, and here pe, sulfur will come, and here chlorine will come. Okay. So these were second period element and these are third period element. Okay. So you're gonna see as you will be moving left to right in a period, the Z effective will keep on increasing. Okay. Z effective will be increasing. So size will be decreasing. Okay, and if size will be decreasing, then definitely you will have to provide more amount of energy to take the electron outside, because ionization energy is the amount of energy that is required to remove the electron from the outermost shell of an isolated gaseous atom, है ना? Means you have to send the electron from the outermost shell to n equals to infinity. Okay, so that time whatever the amount of energy will be required, that will be called as the ionization energy. So as you are moving left to right, size is decreasing. Obviously the closeness of the electron to the nucleus is getting increased, so you will have to provide a more amount of energy to remove the electron. Okay, but here you will be seeing one problem, like if you talk about this particular group, like if I talk about the configuration of nitrogen, it will be 1s2 2s2 2p3. Okay, similarly if I talk about the phosphorus ka configuration, it will be 3s2 3p3. Okay, you can see it is having exactly fully filled configuration, exactly fully filled, sorry, half filled configuration. Okay, so due to half filled configuration, it will be having a extra stability. Okay, and due to extra stability, it will be bit hard to take the electron outside as compared to the sulfur. Okay, so according to me, the order should be chlorine should come at the top, then after phosphorus should come, then sulfur, then silicon, then aluminium. So you can check the answers which is the correct option. So I think that should be the option 1. So according to me, the first option should be the correct option. Okay, I hope that is clear to you. Yeah, let's talk about the next question. Yeah, so this question is basically from coordination compound. So if I talk about the given compound, you can clearly see both the mentioned compounds are tetrahedral complex. Okay, so you will have to show the split of the orbitals. Like in tetrahedral complexes, all the d orbital will be splitting. How they will be splitting? T2 orbitals will be higher in energy and E orbitals will be basically lower in energy. Okay, so basically this crystal filled spletion energy, or you can say the delta T over here, it basically depends upon the you can say strength of the ligand. It depends upon the strength of the ligand, है ना? And strength of the ligand we have checked, it depends upon what? Spectrochemical series. Okay, it depends upon the spectrochemical series, and we have found out in the spectrochemical series, chlorine will be behaving as a stronger field ligand as compared to bromine, है ना? And it was found delta T is always directly proportional to the strength of ligand. Okay, so more will be the strength of ligand, more will be the spletion energy. Okay, means in case of chlorine, this particular gap of energy between T2 and E will be greater as compared to in the case of the bromine. So let's see the option. COBr42 negative absorbs lesser energy than COCl42 negative. It is correct only because its energy gap will be lower as compared to COCl4 negative. So that's why the first option is correct only. Now let's talk about the second statement. COCl42 negative has higher crystal field splitting energy. Obviously, its delta T will be greater. Why? Because Cl is a stronger ligand as compared to bromine. So, according to me, statement 1 and statement 2 both are correct only. Okay. So, first option will be the correct option. Let's see next question. So, this question is from organic chemistry. You can see you are mentioned with this given compound. Okay. You can say paramethyl nitrobenzene, or you can say it's para-nitrotoluene. Okay, so in this compound SN over HCl has been added. So this SN over HCl, basically it will be doing reduction. Okay, it will be doing reduction. It will be doing reduction. As it will be doing reduction, so it is used for the reduction of NO2 group. So as you will be doing the reduction of NO2 group, it will get convert into NH2. Okay, it will get convert into NH2. Then this particular group, basically it is an anhydride, CS3 C double bond O, then again O C double bond O CS3. Okay, so it is basically used for the for acetylation of this NH2 group. Okay, so once you will be adding this anhydride over the given compound or the B product, this NH group will be protected, or this C double bond OCS3 will be added to the given compound. Okay, so how it gonna look like? It will be looking just like this. Here CS3, and here it will be NHC double bond OCS3. Here it will be NHC double bond OCS3. Okay, in next step Br2 in Fe is added, and here this particular ring will be activated by this particular group, and as nitrogen is containing the lone pair of electron, it will increase the electron density at the ortho position, as well as it will increase the electron density at the para position. Okay, so its para position is already blocked. So now only the ortho position are left, where the substitution reaction, or you can say electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction, can take place. Okay, from here you will be seeing Br positive will be generated as a electrophile. Okay, it has been generated as a electrophile. Okay, now this electrophile will be substituted over the benzene ring, and as I already told you, either it will be substituted at the para position or it can be substituted at the ortho position. So para position already blocked, so where it will go? It will go to the ortho position. Okay, so how it gonna look like? It will be just like that. Here CS3, here you can put the Br, and here you can put NHCOCS3. Okay, now you don't have to do anything, just count all the carbon atom, just count all the hydrogen atom, and put the nitrogen atom and the bromine, and you can calculate their mass, है ना, atomic mass you can put. So first of all, count how many total number of carbon atom are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is 7, this is 8, and this is 9. So total you do have 9 carbon atom, and for 1 carbon the atomic mass is 12. So 12 into 9 plus. Then you have to count the number of hydrogen. Then count the hydrogen. This is 3, 3 1 4 4 1 5. Okay. After 5, this is 6. So 6 are present over here. 3 1 4 1 5. Then this is 6. Okay. After 6, 1 is present over here. That is 7. And then after you can see 3 are here. So 7 plus 3, it is 10. and for hydrogen the atomic mass is 1 plus bromine ke liye it will be, you can take it as 80, and for nitrogen it will be 14. Okay, then oxygen is also left. How many oxygen are there? Only one oxygen. For oxygen it will be 16. Just solve it out. This will be 108 plus 10 plus 80 plus 14 plus 16. Okay, so 16 40 it will be 30, I guess. Yeah, 30 plus 80 it will be 110. 110 plus 10 it will be 120. 120 plus 108 it will be 228. 228 gram per mole. Okay, so that will be the mass of the compound that is formed after the completion of the reaction, or you can say the mass of the C product will be 228 gram per mole. Okay, I hope that is clear to you. Next question we have to see, just a second. Oh, just give me 1 minute. So, like next question, just give me 1 second. Let me check. Uh, yeah. So next question, if I tell you, please upload. Yeah, so we can see the question from here. Actually, those were list questions. Yeah. So you can see this question. Just have a look over the question. It's very easy. And let's read the question. Which of the following undergo nitration at the fastest rate? You have to do the nitration. Means you have to substitute the NO2 group over the benzene ring. Okay. So like if I talk about C6H5NO2, it's just like this. Here NO2 group is there. Then again you have C6H5, here it is CS3, and in the next case if you will have a look, it is C double bond O, here it is OH, है ना? So then next you have C6H5 and here it is bromine. Okay, so in nitration basically this electrophile will be generated, it will be acting as a electrophile. Okay, so as it is acting as a electrophile and it has to get substitute over the benzene ring. Okay, now the thing is more will be the electron density on the benzene ring, like then it will be able to donate its electron density to the E positive at faster rate. Okay, means you can see, or you can say, like if electron donating group will present over the benzene ring, they will increase the electron density on benzene ring, and if electron withdrawing group will present over the benzene ring, they will abstract the electron density. Okay, so you can see over here this NO2, it is a minus M effect showing group. Okay, if I talk about CS3, it can show plus I as well as it can undergo the hyperconjugation. Okay, then if I talk about this given carboxylic acid group, then obviously again it will be acting as a minus M effect group. Okay, and now if I talk about the bromine, then bromine will be you can say it is weak plus M showing a group, plus M effect showing group. Okay, showing group. Okay, though it can show like plus I effect, but obviously these groups are weakly plus M effect showing group. Okay, so they won't be able to increase that much electron density over the benzene ring. Okay, so you will see maximum the electron density will be increased only in case of toluene, है ना. Here CH3 is increasing the electron density with the help of plus I effect, as well as it is also increasing the electron density over the benzene ring with the help of hyperconjugation, है ना. So overall this CH3 is increasing the electron density. So more will be the electron density over the benzene ring, more it will be donating its electron density to the electrophile. Okay, so I think this should be the correct option. B should be the correct option. Okay, next देखिए. Yeah, here you need to write H2PD or BaSO4, that is basically called as Lindlar's catalyst. What do we call? Lindlar's catalyst. Okay, so basically but2 ion has been given to you. So how the but2 ion will be written? This is basically but2 ion. Okay, and over the but2 ion, first of all H2PD or BaSO4 has been added. So basically it is a Lindlar catalyst, and it will be doing hydrogenation, or it will be converting the alkyne into the alkene. Okay, so this alkyne has to get converted into the alkene. Now there are two possibilities: either there can be the formation of cis alkene, or there can be the formation of the trans alkene. So basically whenever this Lindlar's catalyst will be added, it will convert the given alkyne into alkene, and that alkene will be a cis alkene. Okay, so here there will be formation of this type of alkene. Okay, and whenever this aniline liquid ammonia will be added, so it will convert the given alkyne into the trans alkene. Okay, so here there will be formation of the trans alkene. You have to select the incorrect option about X and Y. Okay, so the very first question is very first option is X is non-polar. Okay, so if I see X, I can clearly see it is a cis alkene. It is a cis alkene, and everybody knows cis alkene do have dipole moment. They do have dipole moment. Okay, so first option is a incorrect option. If they do have the dipole moment, obviously they will be polar in nature. Okay, so first option is the incorrect option. Okay, now next we have to talk about the X and Y are stereoisomers. Yes, stereoisomers, they can undergo the geometrical isomerism, है ना. This is cis and this is trans. Cis and trans are geometrical isomers of each other, so this option is correct option. Okay, next, X has higher boiling point than Y. Yes, cis alkene do have higher boiling point as compared to the trans. Why? Just because of the dipole-dipole interaction. So I just told you cis alkene will be having higher dipole moment as compared to the trans alkene. So more will be the dipole moment, greater will be the dipole-dipole interaction, and greater will be the boiling point. Okay, so cis alkene will have greater boiling point as compared to the trans alkene. So this option is also correct. Now let's talk about this one. X and Y will give different products upon ozonolysis, है ना? So ozonolysis is basically it is a oxidation process. Okay, so what do we do here? If I add zinc over water, है ना? So what it will be doing? O3. First step में O3, second में you will be adding the Zn or H2. So what it will do? We symmetrically cleave the double bond, है ना? And both the side we put the oxygen. Okay, so from here this is basically reductive ozonolysis. So there will be formation of here you can put CH3, C double bond O H, है ना? So 2 moles will be formed. Same type of 2 moles will be formed. Okay, similarly you can do the ozonolysis here as well. O3 in first step you added, and in the second step if Zn over water has been added, then there will be reductive ozonolysis, and again it will get converted into CH3, C double bond O H. Means everywhere you can see the same product has been formed. Either you take the cis alkene or you take the like trans alkene. So same type of product are formed. Okay, so this option is also incorrect, है ना? It is written they will be giving different product, but they are giving the same product. That's why this option is also an incorrect option. So I think It is type of MSQ question. According to me, first is incorrect and fourth is also incorrect. Okay. Okay. Now let's see the next question. Yeah, this is the question. It has been mentioned, arrange in increasing order of acidic strength. Okay, so for checking acidic strength, we just need to check the stability of the conjugate base. Okay, and for forming conjugate base, we just remove the most acidic hydrogen. Okay, so here the hydrogen which is attached with the most electronegative atom will be behaving as the most acidic hydrogen. Means here everywhere the hydrogen has been attached with the oxygen, है ना? So you will be breaking this bond, and as you will be breaking this bond, the negative charge will be created over the oxygen, है ना? Means more will be the stabilization of this O negative charge, greater will be the acidic strength. Okay, so basically these are called as, what do we call, conjugate base, है ना? So it was found, what was found, acidic strength is always directly proportional to the stability of conjugate base. Means more the stability of conjugate base, more will be the acidic strength. Okay, now see, O negative has been connected to benzene ring in every case. Now the acidic strength will be depending upon the second group that has been substituted to the para position of this conjugate base. Okay, or you can say O negative. Now just have a look, this OCS3, it will be donating its electron density to the benzene ring. Okay, and it will be increasing the electron density over the benzene ring. Okay, now O negative also has to donate its electron density to the benzene ring. So like if electron density over the benzene ring will be lower, O negative charge delocalization will be greater. Okay, so here this group will be showing minus M effect. So you can say there will be the greatest, or you can say most delocalization of O negative charge in this case. Okay, so you can say ki like this anion, or you can say conjugate base, will be most stable, so its acidic strength will be greatest. Okay, now you do have two options, A and C. Okay, now see, fluorine can show it is like a kind of deactivating group. Okay, why? Because I have already told you it will be showing minus I and weak plus M. So I think it will be increasing the electron density to a little bit lower extent as compared to OCS3 over the benzene ring. So fluorine will stabilize more this O negative charge as compared to OCS3. So this anion will be more stable as compared to the third one. So according to me, the option 213 should be the correct option. Very easy question. Yeah. Next, you can see for the following changes. So you can clearly see like this liquid is getting converted into the gas. Okay. So as this liquid is getting converted into the gas, here the temperature is 5 degrees Celsius and here's the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius. So if you want to increase the temperature, obviously you will have to do the heating. Hai na? So here if you will be doing heating, obviously you will have to give the energy from outside, and whenever we give energy to the system from outside, what do we call such kind of process? That kind of process will be endothermic process, है ना? So in case of endothermic process Q, the heat is given to the system, वो भी positive हो जाएगा. And if I talk about the delta H, enthalpy change, वो भी क्या रहेगा? That will also be positive. So Q will be positive. So you can see the cases where Q and delta H both are positive. In the first case as well as in the third case, both Q and delta H are positive. Now you have to check for the work done. Okay, so if I talk about the work done, you can clearly see this liquid is getting converted into gas, है ना? So if it is getting converted into gaseous state, obviously the pressure will increase. Okay, and if the pressure will be increasing, then it will be undergoing expansion, and you know very well expansion is the work done by the system. Okay, and work done by the system, W will be equals to minus P delta V, and V2 will be greater than V1. So overall W ka value will be equals to what? It will be negative only. Okay, so W should be negative, Q and delta H should be positive. So I think C should be the correct option. Okay, I hope that's clear. Next, yeah, this question I think it's a good question actually. So first of all, the formula has been mentioned to you, and whenever the formulas are mentioned to you, I every time suggest in the class to calculate first of all DBE, or you can say the double bond equivalent, है ना? So double bond equivalent, how do we calculate? It is basically calculated on the basis of, first of all, you calculate the DB's total number of carbon atom, you take total number of carbon atom, ठीक है, minus monovalent by 2 plus trivalent by 2 and plus you do 1, ठीक है. So you can see over the board how many total number of carbon atom are there. 5 carbon atom are there, ठीक है. Monovalent means their valency should be 1. So hydrogen as well as halogen, both of them have the valency 1. Okay, so 11 plus 1 total it will be 12. So 12 divided by 2. And trivalent, no mentioned element is a trivalent atom, so you can neglect it. This will become 0, and sorry, trivalent will become 0 because nobody is there in the trivalent form. Okay, then after you will have to add 1. Okay, so 5 plus 1 6 minus 6, it will be equals to 0. Okay, so you can see in the given question there will be no degree of unsaturation, means you can say no double bond, no triple bond, no ring structure, nothing will be there. It will be a open structure. Okay, now we will have to draw the isomers of bromine. Okay, so let's draw first of all the isomers for the given compound. Okay, so I'm just trying to do, first of all we will be keeping the same chain and we will be changing the position of the bromine. Okay, so let's take normal pentane, 1 2 3 4, and this is 5, and I'm putting the bromine over here. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, again 1 2 3 4 5, I'm putting the bromine over here. Then again 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm putting the bromine over here. Okay, you can see no other possibility is possible for this given compound, you know. If you will be taking this particular principal chain, then substituent can be placed over the position that I have just mentioned. No other place is probable. Okay, now what you will do, you just decrease the number of carbon atom in the principal chain. Till to here there were 6 carbon atom in the principal chain. Now I'm decreasing, I'm making it 5 were there, no, so I'm making it 4. Okay, and one CH3 group I'm putting over here. Okay, so first possibility, you can put the bromine over here. Second possibility, you can put the bromine at this position. Okay, and now the third possibility, you can put the bromine at this particular position. Okay, that also you can do. Okay, then after you can further decrease the chain length. Okay, till now how many you got? This is first, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth, this is fifth, and this is sixth. Okay, any other possibility? Yes, you can make the principal chain of 3 carbon. Okay, and if you'll be making it of 3 carbon, you can put 2 CH3 group over here, and 1 bromine you can put to this position. Okay, any other possibility that you can see over here? So if I see, then can I write it just like that? So that is also a possibility, I guess. Okay, now see, according to me it should come 8 isomer. You have to draw all structural isomers of C5H11Br, and on reaction with aqueous KOH, if no rearrangement occurs. Basically it is telling if the carbocation is formed, then there shouldn't be any rearrangement, means you have to keep all the isomers as it is. You don't need to do any rearrangement for the cation. Okay, now aqueous KOH has been added, so what it will do, if aqueous KOH will be there, then it will break the CBr bond, and OH will be added everywhere, है ना? So at every position you can add the OH group. Okay, so what product do you expect in every case? So if I do write down the product will be here, it will be just like that. Here at this position OH will come, and here at this position OH will come, and here at this position OH will come. Just remove the Br and put the OH at the same position. Okay, so here, just a second, here the OH will come, and here you can put it just like this. OH will come here, and here it will become just like that. You can put the OH over here, and here again you can break it, and the OH will be placed at this position. Okay, and similarly you can break this one as well, and put the OH group over here. Okay, now it is asked in the question, you have to tell the total number of product which are optically active. Okay, total number of product means whatever the product you have got over here, you have to tell out of all of them which are optically active. So for optical activity checking, you will have to see in which compound at least one carbon is a chiral center. Means in the given compound you have to check at least one center should be a chiral center. Okay, so if you take this case, I can see at this particular position 2 hydrogen, and every position 2 hydrogen or 3 hydrogen are present, so there is no chiral center here. If I check this particular compound, then CH3 here, OH here, one more position will be occupied by the hydrogen, and this is a another bigger group present over the same chiral center, so this is chiral. So chiral ke liye I am writing the C. Okay, then again I'm just putting the tick. Okay, so this one will be chiral. Just a second, this one will be chiral. Okay, now let's talk about this one. Okay, so if I talk about the center, because rest of them they are containing 2 or 3 hydrogen, so we don't need to check for them. So if this center you will be checking, this side it is C2H5, this side it is C2H5, so two groups are becoming same, so again this center is also not a chiral center. Okay, now you can check over here. So if you'll be checking over here, this center you check once, one is hydrogen, one CH3, one C2H5, and another is CH2OH, है ना? So you can see this particular center will be a chiral center, so this one will also be optically active. Okay, now again if you'll be checking for this one, then you can see one CH3, second CH3, and another is C2H5, so again it will also not be a chiral center, so here also not a possibility to see the optically active compound. Okay, here as well you can check, one is OH, another one is hydrogen, here it is a CH3, and this side you can see this particular group has been placed, means all the substituted groups are different from each other, है ना? So again this center will be a chiral center. You can say this center will be a chiral center. Okay, now next you can check for this one, here 2 hydrogen, then again there is no other possibility. Okay, and I think this one is chiral. Yeah, so total I got this one. If you will check again, then this chiral this center you can check, this is CH3, one is hydrogen, one is C2H5, and one is CH2OH, है ना? So this one is also chiral. So basically how many chiral center you are getting? You can see over the board. So basically here I got one, this is chiral center. Is it a chiral center? Yes, it's a chiral center, so this is correct. Then after you can check for this one, this is also a chiral center. Means you just have to check the sites where like all the attached group should be different from each other. Okay, so here also you can see this is chiral, so you can count how many it is coming. I think 3 are coming, so 3 should be the correct option. Okay, next you can see, yeah, so basically this question, I think you just read out the question, find out the correct energy for the grand state or energy transition. Symbols have usual meaning, N to M gives the transition. Okay, so basically this question was just like that. In case of hydrogen there will be 2 to 1 transition. In case of lithium 2 positive there will be 2 to 1 transition. Basically these are the value of like shells, like from which shell to which shell the transition has been taking place. Okay, let me just check this question. I think some discrepancies there. Yeah, actually the question is, among the given option choose the correct energy of transition. Okay, so first one is given to you, H2 to 1, the energy has been mentioned to you as 6.8 electron volt, and Li2 positive 2 to 1, again the energy has been mentioned to you as minus 13.6 electron volt. Okay, and in the next case it is He positive, and the transition is from 2 to 1, and the energy has been given to you as 40.8 electron volt. Okay, and next case is B3 positive, where again 2 to 1 transition is taking place, and the energy is given to you is 13.6 electron volt. Okay, so here you have to apply the Bohr model. Okay, and everybody knows N to M the transition are taking place, so every case you have to apply the formula. Energy will be equals to what? Minus 13.6 Z square by N square. This formula you will have to apply. Okay, so if I talk about the case of hydrogen, let's take the case of hydrogen. Okay, So in case of hydrogen, again the transition is taking place from 2 to 1, है ना, and you want to calculate the delta E value, है ना. So delta E, you will have to check the final minus initial, you will have to do from higher to, it is happening to the 1. Okay, so how will you be putting minus 13.6, z square का value कितना हो जाएगा, that will be 1, and like here n square value will be 2 square. Okay, minus 13.6, then z square again it will be 1 and divide by 1 square. Okay, so how much value it will come, minus 13.6 divided by 4 plus 13.6. Okay, just calculate this value. This value will come for hydrogen. Then again you can do it for allied 2 positive. Okay, so if you will be doing for allied 2 positive, again the transition is happening from 2 to 1. Okay, so you can put it as minus 13.6. Z का value कितना रहेगा, for lithium it will be, hydrogen helium lithium it will be 3 only. Okay, so you can put the value as 3. So just put the value as 3 over here. 3 square divided by, it will be 4. 3 square divide by 4 minus 13.6, then again 3 square divide by 1, है ना, z square by n square. So z you just need to fix. For lithium it will be 3 only. Okay, so you can calculate the value, whatever the value will come from here. Then again you can do it for helium positive. Okay, hydrogen helium 2 will be the like atomic number. Okay, so again minus 13.6 z square. Z ka value, how much will be the z ka value? Z ka value will be 2. 2 square divided by 2 square minus 13.6, then at the place of z again you can put 2 ka square, then again below you can put the 1 square. Okay, calculate this one, and the last one is beryllium 3 positive, है ना. तो इसके लिए again z का value will be equals to 4 minus 13.6, then 4 square divide by, it will be 2 ka square. Okay, minus again minus 13.6, and here it will be 1 ka square divide by, sorry, 4 ka square divide by 1 square. Okay, calculate all these value. The one which will be matching with the option will be the correct option. Okay, you just need to calculate all these values, just calculate them, and one of them will be matching with the options. Okay, you can just check it down. Okay, next again the question mentioned to you is consider the following reaction. Again H2PD or C has been added, and I told you it will be doing the H2PD or BaSO4, you can take it as H2PD or C, or you can say BaSO4. Okay, so it will be again leanless catalyst. Okay, and leanless catalyst, I already told you it will be doing syn hydrogenation, and if it will be doing syn hydrogenation, obviously there will be formation of the cis alkane, and here sodium or liquid ammonia it will be doing the trans hydrogenation. So here trans alkene will be formed. Okay, so in above wala case there will be formation of the cis alkene, and in below wala case there will be formation of the trans alkene. So you can check where it has been mentioned the same way. So alkene ka formation hoga, so first one will be the cis alkene and the second one will be the trans alkene. So I think B should be the correct option. Okay, in the X wala case there will be cis alkene formation, and in the Y wala case there will be trans alkene formation. So B will be the correct option. Okay, next you can check over here, it has been mentioned the reagent has been given to you. Okay, so reagent has been mentioned to you. The reactant has been mentioned to you. You just need to find out the reagent. Okay, so basically you have to tell what to do with this given reactant so that it can convert into this particular product. Okay, so let's check with the first option. This is basically tertiary butoxide. What do we call? This is called as tertiary butoxide. Okay, and it is a very good base. Okay, it will be a very good base. Okay, so if it is a base, then what it will be doing? It will be doing the elimination reaction. What it will do? It will do the elimination reaction. Okay, so elimination reaction karega, so it will convert this particular compound into this particular product, है ना? And remember, this is a bulky base, so it will always take the less substituted hydrogen. Means if you will see over here, one hydrogen is available over here and three hydrogen are available over here. Okay, so just because it is a bulky base, it will always try to take the less substituted hydrogen. Means it will take the hydrogen from the carbon whose degree will be lower. So this is a primary carbon and this is a tertiary carbon, है ना? So greater the degree of the carbon, greater will be the substitution of the hydrogen. Okay, so this hydrogen will be less substituted. So this tertiary butoxide will remove a hydrogen from here, the electron density will delocalize over here, and this bromine will come outside. So how it will get, what product it will be giving you? It will give you this product. Okay, further, if I take HBO, HBO is basically hydroboration oxidation. Hydroboration oxidation. Okay. So what reagent do we take over here? In the first step, we take BS3 over THF, and in the second step, we add H2O. Okay. So what it do? It just give you the anti-Markovnikov's product. Which product it gives? Anti-Markovnikov's product. Okay, so it will be added to the alkene. OH group will be substituted over the alkene at the anti-Markovnikov's position. Means here the OH will be added. Further, CrO3 over H2SO4 has been added, and this is called as basically Jones reagent. Okay, and it is a very strong oxidizing agent. It will convert the alcohol into acid. So what will be formed from here? The formed product will be just like this. So I think A should be the correct option. Okay. Next, you can see given below are two statements. Okay, so just have a look over the statements mentioned here. The very first statement, it is sublimation is a purification technique that is used to separate those solid substances which changes from solid to vapor. यार obviously उसी को तो sublimation बोलते हैं. When solid get directly convert into vapors, that process is called as sublimation, है ना? So we have discussed a lot of time in our class. So you can say कि yeah, this is the correct process. कि solid को solid is getting convert into vapor, that will be called as the sublimation process. Okay, without passing through the liquid state. Yeah, this is correct only. I think this statement is correct. Okay, now next is, if external atmospheric pressure is reduced, then boiling point of the substance is decreased. Yes, so how do we define the boiling point? It is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. That particular point will be called as the boiling point. Okay, so if atmospheric pressure has been decreased, obviously you need a lower amount or little bit less pressure inside the container to boil the given liquids. Okay, so if you'll be decreasing the atmospheric pressure, obviously the boiling point will also get decreased. Okay, so you can say statement 1 and statement 2 both are the correct statement. Okay, so A and B both are correct. Next, let's see the next question. Next question is, consider the following graph of concentration versus time. Find half-life time of the reaction. Okay, see, when you have a first look over the graph, this is a straight line graph with negative slope and concentration versus time. So it reminds me about the zero order reaction. Okay, it reminds me about the zero order reaction. Why? Because we have seen like how do we write the equation for the zero order reaction? That was A naught minus AT will be equals to KT. Okay, so if you rearrange this reaction, is this equation, it will be AT will be equals to what? AT will be equals to A naught minus KT, A naught minus KT, or you can write it just like that. AT will be equals to minus KT plus A naught. Okay, so if you have a look over this equation, it will be just like this. This is Y, this is M, this is X, and this is C. Okay, so if you will have a look over the graph, you can clearly see this will be the intercept, है ना, means this is the value of A naught, है ना. M ka value here will be equals to minus K. Okay, so you can calculate the value of K from here, because K is representing the slope of the given graph. Okay, so if you want to calculate K, how will you be calculating? K will be equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, you can take any of the 2 points, like I'm taking this one and this one. Okay, so y2 value will be equals to 0.55 minus 0.50 divide by you can put the value of x2 minus x1. So here it is 100 and here it is 200. Okay, that is the value of minus K. Okay, so minus K ka value will be equals to 0.05 divided by, it will be minus 100. Okay, overall the value will come negative, so negative se negative it will get cancel out. So K ka value will be equals to 5 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. Okay, this will be the value of the K. Okay, after calculating the K value, you need to calculate the T half. Okay, so T half will be equals to A naught divided by 2K in case of zero order reaction. So A naught ka value, it is mentioned in the question, that is equals to 0.6 divided by 2K. K ka value it is 5 into 10 to power minus 4. ठीक है, so you can calculate it. 10 to power minus 4 ऊपर चला जाएगा, 0.6 divided by 10 and it will be 10 to power 4 हो जाएगा. ठीक है, so that will be equals to 6000 divided by 10, so I think it should come 600 second. Okay, so that should be the correct option. A will be the correct option. Okay, I hope that is clear to you. Next देखिए, yeah, so that question we discussed in the class, like you have to tell which one out of the following will give the positive tolerant test. तो मैंने आपको बताया था, all those sugars which will be behaving as reducing sugars will be able to give the positive tolerance test, है ना. Positive tolerance as in this is called as AgNH3 hold 2 as positive and OH negative is the tolerance reagent. ठीक है, so all those sugar which will be behaving as reducing sugar will be giving the positive tolerance test. Okay, and how to check like this sugar will be behaving as a reducing sugar or non-reducing sugar? So if I see over the first structure, it is the structure of glucose. Okay, cyclic structure of glucose here, है ना. So in this structure, if you'll be checking, this particular carbon is the anomeric carbon. Okay, and this anomeric carbon is present in the hemiacetal form. Which form? Hemiacetal form. Okay, I told you those sugar which will be having the hemiacetal form present inside its structure will be behaving as the reducing sugar. Okay, so just because it is having the like hemiacetal form, it will be able to reduce the tolerance reagent. Okay, so this is basically the structure of the sucrose. It do not have any of the form present in the hemiacetal form, like यहाँ पे 1,4 glycosidic linkage is there and it is present in the acetal form, and no anomeric carbon have the hemiacetal form, so it won't be able to reduce the tolerance reagent, so it will be a non-reducing sugar. Okay, then again this is the structure of the maltose, but here at the position of hydrogen, the Me has been placed over here. Okay, so again it will also be not be able to act as a reducing sugar. Why? Because it also do not have any hemiacetal form contained into it. Okay, so you can check over here and over there, nowhere you're gonna find any of the hemiacetal form, so this one will also not be able to give you the tolerance test. And this is a polysaccharide, they generally don't give the you can say the positive tolerance test. Okay, so according to me, A should be the correct option. Next, yeah, so this is basically a question given to you. It's directly from mole concept and a very easy question. Like if I say barium hydroxide has been given to you and it is reacting with HCl, है ना, and it reacts completely, so it will get converted into what? It will react with 2 moles of HCl and it will get converted into BaCl2 का formation होगा यहाँ से, and then you can see there will be formation of 2H2O molecule. Okay, but it is mentioned in the question this is 25 ml and 0.1 molar. Okay, so first of all calculate the number of moles of BaCl2. Okay, so कितना हो जाएगा? 25 ml. First of all convert it into liter, so that will be equals to 0.025 liter. Okay, so 1 liter is containing 1 mole. Okay, so 0.025 liter will contain how much mole? Just multiply both of them, so that will be equals to 0.025 0.25 0.1 mole, sorry, 1 liter 0.1 molar, no, so 1 liter is containing 0.1 mole. So 0.025 will be containing how much moles? It will be containing 0.025 and just multiply it by 0.1. Okay, so that will be equals to 0.0025 mole. Okay, so those are the moles of barium hydroxide. Okay, now just have a look over the board. If 1 mole of barium hydroxide is reacting, first of all you need to balance the equation. If you will not be balancing the equation, you will get the wrong answer. Okay, so as you balance the reaction, and you can see the stoichiometric coefficient of barium hydroxide is 1, and for the HCl it is 2. Means if 1 mole of barium hydroxide is reacting, then 2 moles of HCl are reacting. Means if I say this is having 0.025 mole, or it is completely reacted, then for HCl it should be 2 into 0.025, है ना? So how many moles will come from here? It will be 25 to the 50, है ना? And if I write it that way, 25 divided by, or 25, 2.5 into, sorry, 0.025. Okay, and you just multiply it by this one, so you just divide it by, so that will be equals to 0.005 mole. Okay, that much mole will be there. Okay, now you need to find out the weight, you need to find out, hai na? So how to calculate the number of moles into weight? So number of moles are given weight divided by the molar mass, hai na? So molar mass of HCl will be for chlorine it is 35.5, and for hydrogen it is 1. So total it will be 36.5 gram per mole. Okay, so just multiply them, you will get the weight. So weight will be equals to number of moles are 0.05, and just multiply it by 36.5 gram per mole. Okay, this is the mole. Moles and mole will get cancelled out, and you will get the amount into gram. Just multiply them and solve, you will get the answer. Okay, next, yeah, so next is the, you have to tell the correct order of +3 ionic radii among boron, aluminium, gallium, indium and thallium. So basically these are group 13 elements. Okay, boron, okay, and all are present in the +3 oxidation state. So everybody knows, as you will be moving down the group, the n value will be increasing. Okay, so if n value will be increasing, obviously the size will be increasing, and you need to talk about the correct order of +3 ionic radius. So down the group if you will be moving, then obviously the size will be increasing, है ना? Bacha, agar if you talk about their metallic form, means they are present in their elemental form, then due to like d orbital involvement, when you will be moving from boron to aluminium to gallium, and they are present in their elemental form, the atomic size was having some anomaly, and that was just like that. Boron was having the smallest size, then gallium was coming, then aluminium, then indium, then thallium was coming. Okay, so there was some anomaly at this position. Okay, just because of the involvement of the d orbital. Okay, and everybody knows d orbitals have little bit less screening as compared to s and p orbital. So just because of that, gallium size will become little bit lower as compared to aluminium. Okay, but when it comes to the +3 oxidation state, there will not be any anomaly. It will be moving just like that way down the group. If you'll be moving, that then as n value will keep on increasing, the atomic size will also, ionic size will also keep on increasing. Okay, so this is the order of the atomic size, but if you talk about the ionic size, then there will be no anomaly. It will be repeated just like that way. Okay, so that's a question again from periodicity in properties. Next, yeah, this is a question from solution chapter, and you have to tell a binary solution is formed by mixing acetone and CS2. See, first of all, draw the structure of acetone. This is acetone, and this is carbon disulfide. Okay, so you're gonna find it is a polar compound, and this is a non-polar compound. Okay, so just because it is a non-polar compound, it will be having lower force of interaction in the liquid state, so most of them will be able to go into the vapor state. Okay, so its vapor pressure at the same temperature will be greater as compared to acetone. So you have to check those options in which the CS2 vapor pressure will be greater as compared to the CS2 vapor pressure will be greater as compared to the acetone. Okay, so just check it out. This option you can see, this is XB, no, this is XB, this is XA. Okay, then again this is XB, this is XA. Okay, so here you can see CS2 is having more vapor pressure and acetone is having the lower vapor pressure. You can check other options as well. This option as well, XB has more, CS2 has have more vapor pressure. Here you can see acetone have more vapor pressure, so B will not be an option. And here again you can check over here, again acetone have more vapor pressure. Okay, so B and D can't be option. And in C it is not showing any deviation, and as I already mentioned, they will be showing the deviation from the Rule's law. Okay, so as you will be adding this non-polar solvent into the polar solvent, then what's gonna happen, the force of interaction will be lowered, okay, or it will become weakened. Okay, so if it is becoming weaker, then obviously more molecules will be able to go into the vapor state, means the expected vapor state vapor pressure will be a bit greater as compared to the those were acting as the ideal solution. So basically when you will be mixing these together, they will form the non-ideal solution. And this non-ideal solution, just because in the solution form they have weaker force of interaction, most of the molecules will be able to get convert into the vapor state. If more molecules will be there in the vapor state, obviously the deviation will be positive deviation. Okay, so this solution of CS2 and acetone will be showing positive deviation from the Rule's law. Okay, so now this can't be a option, so A will be the correct option. Again, I think this is the same question that we have already done. SNO or HCl, it will reduce the NO2 group, it will get convert into CS3, here it will be NH2. Okay, then again it is basically acetylation process. Again the N will get acetylated, in CO, CS3 group will be substituted over nitrogen, just like that, NH, यहाँ पे C double bond O CS3. Okay, again if you will add Br2 in SiOH, then it will undergo the bromination at the ortho and para position. So para position is already occupied, so what it will get convert, it will get convert into this particular product. Okay, so that should be the product. I hope that is clear to you. Now next we have to talk about this question. Just have a look over this question. This question is given to you, N value is 5 and ML value is -1. See, if N value is 5, how many values of L are possible? So L ka value will always be 0, 2 and -1. Okay, so what will be the value? 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 है ना? You can put it just like that. Okay, so यहाँ पे you can see L0 means it will be S, then P, then D, and this will be F, and this will be G. Okay, so these particular you can say the subshells will be there. Okay, so ML ka value which it is -1, means only one orbital can have the -1 ML value. Okay, so ML value always vary from plus L2 minus L including 0. Okay, so if S is there, it do have only one ML value, it do have only 0 value. Okay, if I talk about P, it will be having +1 0 -1, so only one orbital will be having -1, means this subshell if you will talk about, then only one orbital will have -1 ML value. Similarly here also one orbital will have, here also one orbital will have, and here also it will be one orbital which will be having the ML value -1. Okay, so total how many orbitals will have ML value over here? So that will be equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and in one orbital 2 electron can come. That's why it is asking about the total number of electron in an atom that can have the given quantum number. So here 2 electron can have the same ML value, one with the plus half spin and another with the minus half spin. So total 8 electron will have the same quantum number ka value. Okay, now next you have to talk about the n equals to 3 है आपके पास, l का वैल्यू 2 है. ओके, l वैल्यू 2 मीन्स इट इज अ d ऑर्बिटल, 3d ऑर्बिटल बेसिकली. ठीक है, ml का वैल्यू आपको -1 गिवन है, मीन्स अगेन आपकी एक ही ऑर्बिटल का ml का वैल्यू क्या रहेगा, -1. मीन्स इफ आई से दिस इज +2 +1 0 -1 -2. ठीक है, so this orbital can have 2 electron, one with the up spin and another with the down spin. So one out of them will have the plus half spin and another will have the minus half spin. Okay, so I can say only one electron can have all these possible quantum numbers. So according to me, C should be the correct option. Okay, so mostly whatever the questions were mentioned, I tried doing them. You can check once. If you do have more question, you can update us in the comment section. I will try to solve them as well. One more question I got. Okay, I think this question has been mentioned over the slide as well. Yeah, this question is there. Okay, so it has been asked, what should be the structure of P if you want to do this conversion? Okay, okay, so let's see the reaction. Okay, so this reaction I think we have done in the class as well. First of all, if I take like let's take, we are taking the benzoic acid. Okay, so if you'll take benzoic acid and heat it with NH3. Okay, so if you will be heating it with NH3, it will get convert into amide, I guess. I think that should be the correct option. Then but how it will be the correct option, let's see. Let's say we have this benzoic acid. Okay, and here you have added NH3 and just heat it up. First of all, it will get convert into the amide. Here amide will be formed. Then after Br2 in KOH has been added. So you remember one reaction, Hofmann-bromamide degradation. What was there? Hofmann-bromamide degradation. So in Hofmann-bromamide degradation, what was happening? Like over the amide, if you will add this Br2 in KOH, then C double bond O will be removed from the middle. Okay, so you can write it here. इसी को I told you HBD reaction, Hofmann bromamide degradation. Okay, so this C double bond O will be removed from here and it will get convert into aniline. Okay, and further CHCl3 in KOH has been added over here, so this will be called as the carbylamine reaction. Carbylamine reaction. Okay, so what it will do, it will get convert into this NC. That's it. So that's all I had. I think mostly I tried to cover all the available question. So it's over from my side. So if anything left, you can update me. This question we have already done. Everything I think I covered. So you can check your answers and can update us like how many or like you can say ki how much marks you are getting in your paper. Okay, so just update us. Thank you so much for listening.